Hey, crypto heads, it's the Goose with the Cryptic Paranormal Show. What is happening? We're back for the special Don't Be an Asshole episode. I don't really know what that means. I think it's actually,
like it.
Yeah, we were talking about it. I think it's more for an intervention we need to have with Mike. Because as he mentioned earlier, he's always an asshole. So can you really be an asshole if you're just an asshole? Is it the act of being or...
It's just normal, actually.
Right.
So,
I don't try. I mean, if I really tried, I could imagine I could become a major asshole.
Right?
Oh, gosh.
Oh, major asshole. If I start looking at the screen tonight, weird guys, it's because my computer keeps like freaking out and freezing up. So, like,
of course it does.
All I see is Heisenberg making a weird face at me, and Denise's beautiful smile looking at me. And okay, now we're back. Wait, what is going on with my computer? Anyways, talking about not being an asshole, I want my computer to not be an asshole. It's not working too well so far.
We better
look at these.
Guess I'm not. We stole the no asshole thing from you, Matt. So, what's up, Eddie? What's up, Marcus? So we're super excited about this weekend. We got the big show coming up, the annual MadCon 4.
Yeah.
Matt Warner was just chiming in. Him and Steve brought it. How do you?
Hot brat.
No, I'm never say that. Never.
I'll say it.
Never.
Brat.
So
okay. Bratwurst. Whatever. And the boys from Gateway Paranormal and Are You Media or Are You? Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Resident Undead.
Mm-hmm.
And Project Mass Media or Mass Media Project or whatever it is. I'm sorry, guys. I'm like worried about my computer.
Yeah,
but they're all going to be there. They're all hosting the show. It's going to be an awesome event as usual. Super fun. Can't wait to see everybody. You got the deets on that, Denise? What's going on this weekend?
What do you want to know?
Everything.
We got the sold out ghost hunts Friday and Saturday.
All right.
Those are like the hot ticket. You got to get them like within 15 minutes of them going on sale because they sell out every year. And then Saturday is the actual con. That's 10 to 5. And we have a freaking amazing raffle. Like, I know last year was really good with like the locations that donated, but like this year we have all of those locations plus like 2 paranormal music boxes, an SB11, a Boo Tube, like all kinds of equipment. We got our sweet basket, which what else do you need?
Yeah. Right.
We're doing, day tours for half price. They're $10 all day long. Every hour we run tours. It's gonna be fun. That's
awesome. And the tours run every hour, I believe.
Yeah.
And Addie actually confirmed it's from 10 to 3.
Yes.
So every hour on the hour, 10 to 3, $10 a person. So that'll be fun. It's definitely worth the money. And
it's
obviously
cool too, because even if you've been there, for an investigation or something, it's nice to go during the day because the building looks so different.
Yeah, it does. You can actually get a good look at all the antiques that you guys have collected over the last couple years, actually.
Yeah, which is my favorite. Like I love being able to see the building like that. It's totally different.
Yeah, and if you're a photographer or just wanting to snap some good pictures with your cell phone, that's like the perfect opportunity.
Yeah.
Or maybe you're not really got your ghost hunting shoes on yet, and you're a little iffy, but you're into the paranormal.
Yeah.
Or maybe you just want to walk through a cool building.
Yeah. Right, and hear some cool history.
Yeah.
Or maybe you have to fart and you don't want anybody else to hear it, so you're gonna walk deep into the building.
There's plenty of people. There's plenty of spirits that'll hear it. So
could be the spirits farting.
Yeah.
What's up, Tony?
Did you guys
That's a limited edition scrying sunglasses in that auction too. Very cool. Very nice.
Yeah.
That's the one time oh my god, it's the one time you could see everyone. Yeah, it is. Yeah. So it's gonna be a good time. Super excited for it. And I was talking to you guys earlier. I'm just excited to see everybody. I mean, I know it's a big fundraiser and it's important, but I haven't seen anybody since FCI Con. So I mean, and that was what, July?
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm ready to do my thing and see everybody.
It's nice.
But
We always say MadCon's like a family reunion.
Yeah, it is.
Everybody gets together.
Yeah. And they're screening, doing a preview of the
the Project Mass Media.
Yes.
Yeah,
that's right after. I think, is it after 5? Did I read that correctly?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's going to be right after, after we do the raffles and the check and all of that. Then we'll do the screening, and then after the screening, anyone
Everybody
who's not
gets the
a ticket holder.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here.
Yep. Unless you got tickets, get the fuck out.
Yep.
So we all going to meet at that Mexican joint we went to last year?
Compadres, that's good stuff.
Yeah.
I haven't eaten out in a restaurant since this thing started, so probably not.
Oh, come on, man.
Nope.
I knew it, Juana.
So this is funny. I was thinking about this today, and I'm sorry, Matt, but when I drive to work, there's a street that's called Warner Street, and every time I pass it, I'm like, wicked pissa.
Nice.
Because I saw it this morning, I said the same thing. I was like, oh, I gotta tell somebody that.
Yeah, that's funny.
Talking about merch, though, that's going to be sold here. I mean, we're not the only table that's got merch. Of course, we're the only table whose merch matters, but there's going to be other merch. I mean, Warner Paranormal is going to have his shit all there. Obviously, Casey just chimed in.
I know, Casey. I literally almost texted you today to apologize.
It's on Wilson Mills and Mayfield Heights. I pass it quite a bit every week. I'm like, damn, I need to stop in there and get some lunch someday. But it's just south of there. It's only about, I don't know, half an hour.
That's not the point. This one was like a walk from the hotel. It was so close.
Why'd they leave?
I don't, because they're putting in a Sheetz over there. They're putting in like a Sheetz and a Flying J right there on the highway.
All right, Sheetz got good mozzarella sticks, though.
Right?
Yes.
And mac and cheese bites. Those are good.
All right. Let's off of MadCon for just a minute. Let's take a quick vote. Best fast food cheese sticks. I got to go Arby's.
Yeah, I was going to say Arby's. I like Arby's.
What about you?
I guess I would probably have to go with Arby's.
Yeah, they're the best.
I was thinking because Burger King has them, and they're not that bad either, or they weren't that bad. So
not bad,
yeah, but I think Arby's. Yes, Arby's.
Arby's for the win. Yes. All right. So back to business.
Casey's boycotting Madison, the entire city of Madison. Thanks a lot, Pizza Roto.
Right? Or thank you, Pizza Roto. I love you, Casey.
Sonic. I never had Sonic.
I've never had Sonic either.
Sonic.
I've never had anything from Sonic, let alone.
Yep. I've always wanted to try. I drive past it in Streetsboro sometimes, and I'm like, I should just stop over there, but then I don't.
The only thing I've ever had from Sonic is their milkshakes. To me, that's the only reason to go. I don't know.
I don't know. Never been there.
We got signing in. We got the GOAT, Jeff. What's up, buddy?
There he is.
I'm drinking coffee, and I didn't bring you any. It's all mine.
Frothy coffee.
I forgot tonight's show's Don't Be an Asshole. All right.
Oh.
I got confused. I thought it was Be an Asshole. Darren Smith, Arby's, definitely. Let's see. Uncle Guido, Tony Santori wants the Don't Be an Asshole shirt. Or he wants it. I don't know if... I got to think about that one.
I know.
It's like, you don't want to be...
I'm so torn.
I know. It's like, should we get like a limited? I mean, I don't know.
Right.
Special order. I don't know, man.
Sonic has tots. All that matters.
Tots are so good.
Marcus says Arby's. All right. I'm like watching everybody who's talking about. Eddie always talking about Quigley's up there in Madison. Yeah. Where is that?
It is before you get to the railroad tracks after the square. It's in Madison.
Okay.
It's a teeny tiny, it looks like a house on the front of it.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Eddie's gonna be mad at me. I have never been there before. I know that I live here and it's 2 minutes from my house, but I have never been there before. I'll have to go though, because he talks about it so much. He always goes there. Tony really wants the shirt.
Jeff the Goat really liked your headband tonight.
Thank you. It is purple in honor of cystic fibrosis awareness.
Good call. I like that.
Yes.
Good call.
Yeah. I bought it just for MadCon, but I figured
Jeff
I'd wear
the
it.
Goat always chiming in with his fashion suggestions for her headwear. Heisenberg drinking the lukewarm Pepsi. Very nice.
Mm-hmm.
The best one ever.
The best wing ever.
Bill Davis, where are you chasing ghosts at?
Yeah, I got to live vicariously through everyone else since I haven't been able to get out there and do it. Where you been at, Bill?
I haven't even been investigating the seminary.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know. It's just been slow for everything. You know what? It's just like working so much and such long hours, and then like what free time I have, I'm usually trying to catch up with the family and spending time with them. So it's been rough to do anything like outside of that. Like last week, we went to that Japanese lantern festival at the zoo for my daughter's birthday.
Oh yeah, the zoo.
Yeah, at the Cleveland Zoo. It was really cool. It wasn't what I thought. For some reason, I thought Japanese lanterns. I thought it was like where you light them and they float away. But that's not what it was. It was actually it's a bunch of like Japanese themed, like very beautiful. They're basically inflatables, but they're beautiful. Like the lighting is amazing, and just the artwork to them is really cool. And you walk around the whole inside, and you just follow the trail around. And they have like magic shows and stuff for people to watch, and it was really cool. I mean, it was fun, and I'm glad it kind of wasn't, because I was like, why are we doing this in a zoo where it could possibly hurt animals, or like lighting things on fire and letting them loose? Confused. But no, it wasn't that. It was really cool though. And before that, we ate at that the haunted house restaurant, which
how was that?
It was fun. Like my daughter loved it, and it was her birthday, so that's what it was important. It's really cool because for like everybody's birthday, there was like a DJ guy that like chimed in every once in a while and was doing like horror movie trivia and stuff like that, which was really cool. And then he was asking everybody where they're from, playing music. Well, then all of a sudden you hear like the emergency broadcast system chime really, really loud. We're like, what the hell's going on?
Oh.
And then we hear, ring, ring, and then the whole purge thing started. But then they came out with all like these big ass sparklers, and they all had purge masks on. And they started dancing to "It's Your Birthday," da 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 da. It's your birthday. It's like our waitress came over because we told her it was Piper's birthday. She's like, they're dancing next to us with it, and so it's like got a knife too, and she's like this with fire. It was pretty cool. I mean, it was fun. The food was okay. What?
I like that Ray was in his dress up clothes in the picture.
Yeah, I was in my uniform for work, like my polo shirt. You didn't see it was my khaki shorts. But
that's cool.
It was really fun. Like the food was okay. My wife and I thought it was pretty cool, but I mean, we were sitting there critiquing it the whole time. Like, it's like the haunted horror thing, and there's like, except for when you first walk in, there's just somebody like did this amazing mural of like all the haunted movies, like horror movies, like on the wall in the opening. But you look around, there's really not. There's like some horror movie posters everywhere. Like every once in a while, you see one. They have big screens, and they're all playing different horror movies, which was cool. But like as far as decorations and like stuff, my wife and I were like, if you really want to have that haunted house horror movie experience, you want more. You know, I mean, obviously you're eating and you're with your kids, so you don't want like people getting their heads chopped off in front of you.
Say, what horror movies are they showing there, man?
They were showing like Ghostbusters and Little Shop of Horrors, like really kind of like,
horror movies.
They were showing Candyman, the original Candyman.
We're not one of
what?
Really?
Yeah, the old school Candyman was on one of the screens.
Oh, that freaked me out.
They started playing all the Friday the Nightmare on Elm Streets were playing when we were leaving. So I mean, they were playing some decent stuff, but I think as the night
Well, I'm not
progresses, they get
going.
a little bit gorier and a little bit more hardcore with the horror that they're showing, because
That
you
makes
could
sense.
tell it transitions from a family experience later on to a bar, because they have like a full like bar, so like you could definitely go there and have a good time.
Nice.
I like the drinks you guys were showing, like with the little.
Oh my god, it was so cool. It was called the Children of the Corn. But it was like all this. I mean,
Okay.
obviously, if you want the adult version, you can get different like liquors and stuff in it. But it was like different fruit juices, and it was yellow, so it looked like corn. It was kind of gross looking, but And they threw like a big rock candy stick in there, and they had a bunch of gummy like gummy worms and gummy rings and stuff in there. Tasted absolutely delicious. But what's cool is yeah, that was really cool. Like they brought it out just the cup of ice with all the candy and stuff already in it.
Mm-hmm.
They poured the drink in, and there was dry ice in it, so it started bubbling and like fogging everywhere as she was pouring it. So they call them the potion bowls. So it was that's pretty cool. It was a good experience. Would we rush to do it again? Probably not. But if the girls wanted to do it, or if we wanted a special night, yeah, we definitely go again.
Yeah.
And my burger wasn't as bloody as I'd hoped, because they put the sauce in the middle, so when you bite in it, it kind of like comes out a little bit like blood. But it wasn't like picture worthy. Like you knew it was there in the middle, but it wasn't like I wasn't like covered in blood or anything. So it's like,
your beard, blood dripping out of your beard.
Yeah. Like I could have just taken some ketchup and like dripped it all over my beard and took a picture. Like, whoa! But it was pretty cool. Good stuff.
That's cool. I feel like the food at a place like that doesn't need to be fantastic, because you're there like for the atmosphere.
No. I tell you what, I got a burger. It was really good. My daughter got pizza. It was really good. My wife got this like chicken waffle sandwich called the Pennywise. Yeah. She said it was meh, but she likes a crispier waffle. It was like kind of a soggy, cakey.
Oh no, I like the soggy waffle.
Yeah. So it depends on what you like, really. And the menu wasn't very expansive, and like a lot of the appetizers were like deep fried or glazed vegetables that I don't like. Like she's like, would you like to start off with some glazed Brussels sprouts? I'm like, I don't want Brussels sprouts anywhere near this table. Thank you very much.
That was good. Eddie, it's that haunted house restaurant. It's in
the haunted house restaurant. It's on the east side off of Cedar Road. Oh, okay. It's like kind of between Cleveland Heights and University Heights, but it's right on Cedar Road.
It just opened a couple months ago, and they immediately were like sold out for months. Like all the
you have to. They only take reservations. You can't walk. We saw so many people try to walk in and get turned away. You have to. My wife made reservations back like 2 weeks after they opened. Yeah, for last weekend. So people try to go in, and sometimes they'll say, "Well, it might be like an hour or two," but they never get in.
Yeah.
Bill Davis, glazed donuts are definitely better.
Oh gosh, we're getting all the Gateway boys.
My God, guys, we said don't be an asshole. You guys are all being an asshole. Which one
is driving? If all three of you have chimed in,
they might be stopped at this point. You think they're already up in the Mad?
No.
Where you guys at?
No, they're not going to get here until after midnight, I think. They're not even close. Yeah. I think it's Casey that's driving.
They're in Kentucky.
So Brian Felicia asked a good question. He's like, what if you're not an asshole, but you're forced to be an asshole? Is that okay?
Yeah.
I'm like, well, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
It is. But I don't really consider it being an asshole if you're standing up for a family or a friend or a loved one or something you believe in. I don't think that's being an asshole. But if you're downing other people while you're doing it on purpose, that's being an asshole.
Right. There's a difference between standing up for yourself and just being a dick. You're not in Madison. Get out of here.
We are the mask. Oh, shut up, Matt. I was impressed. I was impressed before I found it was you fucks. I'm just kidding. I can't wait to see it. Hopefully, I can't wait to see it Saturday.
I know. I'm so excited. Love to bring some chairs.
Are you going to be selling masks? Have you guys like made masks for this yet?
Oh, there you go.
I mean, obviously, probably can't make them and sell them because they're probably already copyrighted somewhere. Because obviously you bought them from a store, but hopefully they say "me pig" on them. Cheers.
Man, I think that you've been an asshole more this episode than any other episode.
I was gonna say.
I guess the thing by don't be an asshole meant be an asshole.
I was gonna say, man. Ray's like on a fucking tear, man.
It's the opposite day, man. Ray's like, I'm gonna be an asshole today.
So what's pissing you guys off recently? Besides, like we already said, we're not going to get into the COVID vaccination thing because that's off the table.
Yeah,
that just ends up a big political mess, and there's enough of that shit going off. What's been eating at you guys that we can say on air and not piss people off and be an asshole?
I think honestly, it's just people's reactions to those things that we're not going to talk about. You know, I hate that families are being torn apart. I hate that lifetime friendships are over something so trivial when you think about it. You know, when you have somebody who was there for the birth of your children and then, you know, you don't agree with them on this one issue and then that's it. Like, I hate people. I hate their reactions to things. I hate the way they treat each other. That's what's pissing me off lately. Just people.
What about you, Heisenberg? Does anything ever really piss you off? Like,
no,
I don't think I've ever seen you like seriously mad about something.
I don't think it would be good because I don't know if I could control myself if I really got really bad. Not violently, but definitely mouthing.
Yeah. Like say all the things that you've always wanted to say.
Yes.
All the things that you type out and then delete.
And I tell you guys this all the time, and I've said it on the show before. I've almost been that Facebook asshole that wants to type and just blast, put everybody on blast. That's pissing me off. And I'll get it all typed up. It'd be like a 5-page Seymour type thing. You know, usually like a quarter of it, and you hit Seymour, and it's like 5 more pages of me just ripping people a new asshole for being stupid. Yeah. But it just, the people would just look at what they write before they'd see it.
Right.
And send it. 90% of the time, I feel better just having written it.
Yeah.
And then, you know, I read it and I cool down and I think of the consequences first before I hit send. And then I'm like, okay, and I said what I said.
I don't type anything that I wouldn't say to somebody's face. That's what I think.
Yeah. It used to be, you know, my mom used to always tell us, don't write anything down. Don't write anything down that you don't want people to know or to hold against you. You know, that was like the written rule growing up, you know, like if you want to say something, if you want to be an asshole to somebody, you say it to their face so that they don't have like proof that you said it, whatever. It can't be like brought up against you later.
Yeah. There are different degrees of being an asshole too. Like,
now it's the opposite.
I would rather have somebody being an asshole to my face, say it to my face, than be an asshole somewhere I can't get back at you or like have a response.
Yeah. I got a whole list that we're going to be talking about Saturday.
Nice.
And that's not your rate. I'm talking about Denise. I got a whole list.
Denise ain't so Denise. Sometimes she's D-unit.
That's right. Depends on how you treat me.
Oh, Angela said, I get mad when I go to my hidden stash of Almond Joys and it never fails.
Yep.
What if you went to your hidden stash of Almond Joys and found holes in them because somebody just ate the almonds and left everything else?
Oh, I think I'd be more pissed about that.
I've done that and I've learned the hard way.
Now, would you steal it? Would you steal it back up?
Like, it was like 2. It wasn't even really a stash. It was like just 2 like the miniatures, and I did it as a joke. But I'll never do it again because it apparently wasn't funny.
I bet you thought it was funny.
Truly pissed on George says truly pissed on people being followers. Just be you. Just wrote 4 paragraphs and feel better. But retract it too.
Yeah.
What I said above. Yeah.
It's sometimes you have to do that, you know, and especially if you like don't go to therapy, which if you don't go to therapy, you should at least try it once because it's amazing. But
I tried it. I didn't like it. I read all those books.
No, it's so nice to have somebody who's not involved in your life. So they're not biased in any way. So, and they're not your friends either. So if you do something wrong, they're like, oh, you kind of fucked up on that one. And then you're like, okay. Anyways.
First of all, I want to say, Adam.
This show's therapy.
Adam, I'm a proud, loud asshole. Dude, you're everything but an asshole. I've never seen any kind of asshole thing coming out of you. That didn't sound right.
Yeah.
That did not sound right, dude. You're not an asshole. I'll just say it that way.
You're like the opposite.
Oh,
yeah.
But yeah, sometimes you just have to write shit down. Just
agree with the keyboard is mighty, but they will not say in person. Yep. Mm-hmm. Trolls. Yep. They're called.
You got something to say to me,
Dad? We got to share Tina because we haven't seen Tina in a while. I know she's been under the weather, not feeling well. So Tina says the realization that instead of thinking that most humans are good and that we have taken huge strides against bigotry and prejudice to all of a sudden have the online platform and so many people are hateful and dangerous.
Yes.
We are still in the dark ages. And yes. And that's the thing. It's like, I honestly, at the end of the day, I blame social media. And I'm sorry. Social media has its great purposes. I mean, our show, we wouldn't have our show. We wouldn't be live streaming our show without social media.
But
I wouldn't have met a lot of my friends in the paranormal field without social media. However, I also wouldn't have made as many enemies through paranormal as I have because of social media. And, it's just, and we go back to saying like, we don't say, I don't respond anymore. Like I used to do that and just get pissed because it would just go back and forth and nothing gets resolved. But Tina's right. It's like, it gives people a platform to be just horrible, horrible people, complete assholes.
Yeah. I mean, I've said it before and I stand by it. Humanity is morally repulsive. Mm-hmm. That is a perfect way to describe it because that's what people are. They forget that these are human beings on the other end of the words that you're typing on the computer, and you don't know what that person is going through. And you're going to sit there and like, are we so far gone that you don't like, what if that person committed suicide? Mm-hmm. What if those words that you said to them were the last straw and they couldn't take it anymore and they commit suicide? I honestly feel like 90% of these assholes on social media would not care. And that's where I feel like humanity is at right now. And it's terrible.
Yeah. Tina did reply to that. It's not social media's in and of itself is fault for pointing out how many assholes are in the world. It's not social media. It's not Facebook's fault that
we took what they gave and made it into that.
Right. Mm-hmm. It's just allowing people to show their true colors.
Yeah.
And it's not Facebook's fault for doing that. It's just because now people found this place where they could hide behind a keyboard and be horrible, hateful, spiteful people. That you don't. It's just.
I mean, social media is great. Like
social media is awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, I love it.
I love being able to stay in touch like with people who live all over the country, all over the world. Yeah. My kids, people get to see my kids grow up who don't live in the state. My mom's in Florida, my grandma's in Florida. I have family all over the country, but they get to see updates on my kids all the time. And I like that you can use social media to, say, okay, Everett's out of this size clothes. I need this size clothes. Does anybody have anything? Yeah. And then you have people who come together to help each other. But it's such a small percentage of people who use social media for the reasons it's intended. Right. And it's sad. Like I try not to go on Facebook very much, honestly.
Yeah.
It's too much.
I've been trying like hell to filter out as much as possible. Like if I see somebody say something that's hateful, I get rid of them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I just, I don't need to see that. Yeah, but it doesn't matter because it's like you get rid of one person. Right. You think two more people are cool, so you friend them, and they turn out to be the same, if not worse. So it's like, I don't know. It's 90% great, but there's always that 10% that seems to show up. That's just, it can ruin your day seeing it.
Yeah. And don't ever click on the comments on anything.
No.
That's even, actually, you know what? Nothing, because you can't even post like anything. Yeah. Everything gets turned political and everything turns into COVID, but if you click on any of those posts and watch the comments, it is disgusting the way people are.
Right.
I learned to never ever open the comments.
Yeah.
George, to me, but are women more mean on Facebook than men? I see so much lashing by women than there should be, but I do. Am I wrong?
Okay, I'll take.
You can answer that more. Obviously.
Yeah, because I don't want you guys to get in trouble for saying anything. Here's the thing. I feel like guys are a little bit meaner up front. But also guys tend to just fight and get it over with, and then it's done. Whereas girls will take it way too far. I totally agree. The things that happen on social media, I see it. My oldest is in high school. Like, guys will just like fight and then that's it. It's done. But girls will take it way too far. They're definitely a little bit meaner. You know what? While we're talking about the differences between men and women, there's also something that I'm not a fan of that girls do. If there's a guy who posts like a picture of himself like without his shirt on or he's in his underwear or whatever, like all the girls post these crazy vulgar comments. But if guys were to do that, then they would be disgusting, blah, blah, blah. Women definitely take social media a little bit further than men do. I said what I said.
Well, I'm married, so I don't post any shit like that to begin with. So, yeah, that's what Pornhub's for. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm not. I don't know. Anyways.
Yeah, George, I am a terrible feminist because I also am raising 3 boys into this world. So I tend to see the injustices towards men just as much as I do for women because that's what I'm raising. And to be honest, I don't really care what people do to me. It's my boys that I'm worried about. So the things that affect them is what I really notice in the world.
D, you're going to get your ass kicked, bro. Not D, Bill Davis. I mean, sorry.
Oh, I'm like...
I called you bro, so no. I'm not even responding to that, Bill. It's funny, but I'm not responding to that.
That's why I said I'll answer the question because I'm like, I don't want you guys talking shit on women. Yeah. You'll never hear the end of it.
No. But Tina said, well said, Denise. And if you got Tina's okay.
That's right.
You're probably right.
Yeah. Yeah, you're probably right.
It's scary. It's a scary world for my boys. So.
Bill Davis said that joke was also written by a woman. Well, okay, good. I'll tell you what, I am so confused because I'm raising girls.
Yeah.
Like, you have that first kid as a man, you're always like, okay, I want a boy. So
we can play baseball and go fishing. And...
Yeah, well, I don't know about baseball, but go fishing. I could take these girls and do anything, all that stuff, and they'd be really cool with it. The only problem, it's just like, and I know it's the same way for boys but the labeling of kids' sexuality this early on is driving me insane.
Yeah, I could not have girls. No, I could not.
I love everybody. I don't care who you like and what you want to dress like and what gender you are. I love you. Period. Yeah. I don't need to hear all the drama, girls. I don't need to hear it. I hear it. I just, it's really hard for me. Like, why you're 11 and 14, why do you have to label everything already?
Right.
And it's just, I try not to be an asshole and be the dad and just like, shut up. I don't want to hear about it. Because I'm raising girls and they need that, what do you call it? Support, I guess.
Right.
And just, I just sit there and listen to it. And I'm like, I'm sorry. Well, sounds like your friend's going through a hard time. And I don't know what to do because.
That's a good answer.
I mean, does it mean that we didn't have that much as a kids? It's either you're hetero or you're homosexual, and it doesn't matter to me either way. And we didn't talk about it. Mm-hmm. We just dated who we wanted to, and people didn't like it, they didn't like it. So what?
Right.
But it's like
there's no labels or anything. Yeah. It's hard because we, it's our job to guide our kids and teach them, what we've learned, and try to be there to give them answers, but at the same time, like, we have no idea this world that they're growing up in.
Right.
It's not, I don't know how to guide my children on things because I don't even know what the fuck's going on. So how am I supposed to I don't know.
Yeah. Love and relationships at that age now is like me trying to figure out Common Core math. It's just not going to happen. I'm used to plus minus multiplication, division, not 5 million ways to come to one answer.
Right. Oh God, that was terrible.
Honestly, I'm so like confused too, because I would hate to be a kid right now. I really would.
I know.
There's so much coming at them.
Oh my gosh. There's so much coming at them. It's terrible. When we were in school, like if you got bullied, it ended when you got on the school bus. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like now again, social media, but whatever, there's a lot of other aspects, just cell phones in general, like, man, it does not stop for these kids. If they're getting bullied, it's 24/7 and they have no place to go that's safe.
Mm-hmm. No, I have 2 daughters. I'm not saying I would change it. I love having girls, and I see some of the crap that my friends who have nothing but boys are going through, and I'm like, have fun with that, like I can't. No, my girls, easy peasy, except for that other stuff, which I think it doesn't matter, even if they like. I mean, if it was just like a boy-girl thing, like I want to talk about this boy that I like, I'd be like, whoa, what?
Right.
Like I don't want to talk about it.
I don't want to talk about any relationships.
But when it gets so complicated and so out there, it's like, I don't know. My head hurts and I want to go lay down in bed for 5 days and regroup before I can see them again and have some kind of answer.
Let me think about this. I'll get back to you in 3 to 5 days.
Right. But I mean, they're even dealing with bullying at school because of that stuff. And like that wasn't, I don't remember in middle school that even being a thing. You were bullied because you had glasses or you were fat or whatever. Right. You know what I mean? Which is still not right, but it's a totally different thing.
And it's so like, I swear to God, middle school, I was still like,
obviously I was bullied a lot because I both was fat and had glasses, but
those sounded like very personal, like you had been through that.
Sorry, I went through a whole thing.
Yeah. Do you want to talk about it? How did it make you feel? Oh gosh.
I really didn't care, honestly. I was like, you called me something I already knew I was. That's funny. That's original.
I don't know. I just feel like middle school, I swear I was still like making up dances to Disney soundtracks, like in middle school. I don't know. I feel like you shouldn't even be trying to figure out what kind of relationship you want to have.
No.
Just, I don't know.
I mean, it was about crushes and then giggling and then running away and then going on with your freaking kickball game. I mean, I don't know.
I don't know. I feel like it's these kids have to grow up so fast.
Yeah, they do. Russell, we're doing well. Thank you. Hello. Hey guys, see you on Saturday. What's Saturday, Paul? Is there something going on Saturday?
Is there something going on?
I mean, I might go to Pizzeria, but
it's art in the park.
Yeah. Isn't there a wine tasting up in Madison somewhere? Some old building they called the old jail or something. I don't know. The Crazy Town Winery.
Oh, we're just kidding. We know it's MadCon, silly.
Come on, dude.
Matt's not going to be there.
Good.
Same.
Because I was putting the feelers out. If you guys were going to show up, I was not coming. Just crazy kids in your meat pig masks.
Yes. Volleyball in my house. Let's go.
Maybe that's what I'll do after the con. I'll just go hang out at Dee's house and sit in the yard.
Just bring a tent. You guys can play volleyball.
No, tent. I'm just gonna lay. Screw a tent. Screw all that. I'm just gonna lay in the middle of your yard.
That's fine.
Just stare at the sky.
I'll set you up a hammock. I'll put some firewood by the fire pit. You'll be all set. It'll be a good time.
Yeah, I'm gonna go home and sleep in my bed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I keep complaining about not doing anything afterwards, but I know I'm going to be dead. D, you were totally right. I'm going to be like 5 o'clock and we're like, am I going to be able to make it home?
You're going to fall asleep during the movie.
Right. Katie sold that art in the park and made some mad bank. I bet she did, Tina, because that's like the jam. People are definitely digging the outdoor stuff right now because it's quite a bit safer than the indoor stuff.
Yeah.
George, I was bullied, picked on, and it wasn't a big deal, but these days it is taken too far.
It's taken way too far.
It doesn't, it's like Dee said earlier, it doesn't stop at the bus. You get home and you see it on Facebook, and you see it on Instagram, and you see it.
And they say terrible things to each other. I don't remember anyone telling people to commit suicide.
Right.
You know what I mean? Maybe I just hung out with nice people, but I don't remember that being a thing.
And it's so bad that kids feel like they have to record it and put it on YouTube to make a point.
Right.
I mean, it's like, what the hell is wrong with us?
It's
terrible. And I have nothing. I feel like we're to blame because we're the parents now. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And it's a horrible feeling.
Yeah. And trying to figure out how you can shelter them from that. But you can't, unless you were to just straight up homeschool your kids and never let them out of the house, which is also torture. So, you can't win.
I just kind of realized we're totally scaring the shit out of Heisenberg, probably, because he still has a little one.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man. You guys gotta shut the frickin' up, man.
He's like, I was going to last an hour, but I think I'm going to scoot right now.
I am not lying. I was like, you know what? Maybe I should just get up right now.
Sorry, dude. I didn't really feel until I saw a look on your face just a second ago, or felt something. Because I'm an empath on a journey, I felt that it was...
It's great, Heisenberg.
No,
it really is.
That doesn't happen. No,
it's just
we're just talking about it.
Laughing, man. I'm just sitting there going, "What the fuck?"
Listen, okay.
It'll all be different by the time he's our kid.
Yeah. They'll be able to hologram into each other's house probably and mess them up.
No, the world is a shitty place. That's true, but you knew that before this show.
But that's why I try to have so much family time. And I know it's the same way with you, Denise.
Yes.
And I know it's going to be the same way with you, Heisenberg.
And
because you're already on top of the game of making sure you see him every day before he goes to bed and spending time with him. And that's all we could do is be there.
And you just have to raise your children to be good people and to know that they're good and to know that they're worthy. And, so that when somebody tells them to kill themselves, like it happened to my 17-year-old, he is able to just laugh it off because he knows that he's better than that. He knows that he's a good person. He knows that some kid telling him to commit suicide isn't he knows that's not the answer. You just have to give your kids the confidence and give them a place where they know they can talk to you. And that's all you can do. That's it.
Well, I don't want to get that close to him.
I got to go back to something. First of all, Tony said chickens will roost on the goose if I end up spending the night at your house in the yard.
That'd be funny. I have a guinea too, so
I'm I like raw. I like eggs. Got breakfast right there.
Yeah, don't be cooking my chickens. You can have eggs, but not the chickens.
Kate McKinney said Marcus Hogg sold himself on the corner of Madison. I believe it.
That's how he gets all the equipment.
1,000% believe that. Katie and Marcus put together an awesome basket for MadCon too.
I can't wait to see everybody's baskets they put together. And then Dark Alley's going to throw something together real quick.
Are you?
Yeah. Oh. Yep. We put our girl Sarah on it. She's getting it together.
Nice.
It's going to be good.
That's what you guys need is a girl to handle things.
Well, she texted me literally last night. She's like, "Are we putting stuff together for a basket? What are we doing?" I'm like, I don't know. I haven't had time. I mean, if it wasn't for Denise putting together our Cryptic Paranormal basket, there probably wouldn't have been a basket for that or merchandise or any of this. We'd just be sitting on our tent with our banner, and that's about it. But Denise lit the fire under our ass, and it's actually been really fun getting it all together.
Yeah, I get a little hyper focused. I'm not gonna lie. It's a downfall in my personality, but it really works out good in situations like that.
But to me, it makes me feel like you should be like an event planner.
That is my dream job. Yeah. Okay, here's my dream job. If I won the lottery, no joke, I would go back to school. I know it sounds stupid. I would go to school for marketing and I would work for free at a charity and plan all of their events because it's my favorite thing to do.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I'm not kidding.
I can see you doing that.
I always tell people, let me know if you need any help planning anything. And people are always like, oh, okay. It's my favorite. It's never work.
You know what my dream job was growing up and still sort of is, doing exactly what we're doing right now, but on a grand scale where I actually get paid a lot of money.
That'd be cool.
That'd be awesome. I like
that they paid a lot of money. Like we don't get paid
some.
Money, guys,
I mean, I'm like thinking like, okay, like I don't know if you're not from Cleveland, you won't understand this, but like Rover Morning Glory status, something like that. He's not like super paid, but he can afford a Tesla and a nice house near the lake on the west side.
Yeah,
so
that'd be cool.
Let's not shoot for the stars. I'll be glad to hit the atmosphere. No, we're trying not to be an asshole, Tony.
Now I need to find a picture of a guinea. It's not an Italian joke.
What are you looking for?
I'm looking for a picture of a guinea.
A guinea pig?
Show you guys. It's a guinea fowl, it's called.
Oh, I was gonna say, what the hell is a guinea?
Yeah.
Can
I just copy pictures and put them in here?
You could try. I don't know.
I don't know how to do this.
So, George, how's your sprinkle supply holding up? Any good mac and cheese with sprinkles lately?
Oh. I couldn't imagine that. I'm not gonna lie, George. I mean, I love candy and all things sugar, but
Paul, that's a bird. It's a plane. It's Superman.
I just Googled guinea fowl and there's one for sale, like wrapped in plastic in the freezer section.
Oh no. Did you hear about the big chicken lawsuit that's going on?
What? No.
Like there's this massive, what do they call it? It's just like a lawsuit against chicken. I don't want to say chicken people because that sounds bad. People who make and sell chicken, like chicken producers. Okay. There's a massive lawsuit that you can, if you bought chicken within the last 2 years, you can add your name to this big lawsuit and potentially get some money.
Yeah, get like $3.50 if it's a class action suit.
Right?
Yeah.
I did one for Starkist one time and I got like $2.75.
Yeah. But I guess there's
the government.
There it is. Oh wow. It looks like a methed out peacock.
Yeah, they're really weird.
They look delicious. I don't know. Class action, yes, thanks, Tony. But there's a big class action lawsuit against chicken producers because they've been stockpiling. The reason there's been a shortage is because they've been holding everything back and selling it at an inflated price to us. Because we think there's actually a shortage and we're paying that extra money. So now the government has this big class action lawsuit against all these companies that sell chicken. Yeah.
Where are they keeping it?
I don't know. That's what I want to know. I'm like, when I'm buying chicken, is this like the stockpile shit that's nasty?
Right.
That's been sitting in the freezer for like, what, 3 or 4 years? I don't know.
Yeah.
There's a big farm run by Tyson and Purdue someplace out.
Right?
Is this like the chicken that I buy at Save-A-Lot?
That's weird.
No, Aldi's is a different story. Aldi's is top class. Not going to lie.
It really
Save-A-Lot,
is.
though.
It really is. I had a guy that works at a Giant Eagle who was like, I would never buy meat for my kids from Aldi's. And I was like, actually, I'd rather buy it here than from
We buy everything from there now. Yeah.
And it's funny too, because you like, if you go during the day, you'll see a Tyson truck pull up and deliver the chicken.
What people don't understand is Tyson
literally. Thank you.
Tyson makes everything.
Right.
They just relabel it, they distribute it, and they have like third-party sellers.
Yep.
Right.
That sell it at a cheaper cost because it's not the brand name.
That.
Yeah.
3/4, like I know for a fact, Wendy's and Burger King both use Tyson for their chicken nuggets.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same damn nugget. I don't care what you say; they're not different. They taste the same. And I only know that because when I worked for Maine's, we serviced Wendy's and Burger King, and they were both the same damn chicken nuggets, just different boxes.
Yeah.
Even in the seasoning?
Yeah, it's all the same, man. It's all.
I'm gonna have to try this out. I'm gonna have to check this out.
I think that we're gonna have to do a taste test.
Yep, I'm gonna have to check this out.
We'll do a blind taste test and see if we can figure out which chicken nugget is from where.
You're always gonna be able to tell the McDonald's chicken nugget.
Yeah, that's a given.
Yeah, that's different. And
yeah, you're gonna be able to.
Let's go back to Arby's. Has anybody tried their premium chicken?
I don't like them. I don't like them.
What?
No,
nope.
Are you insane?
Nope, I don't like them at all.
Arby's is like bougie fast food. No, I don't really.
Not eat chicken. No, nope.
You don't like them? Wow. I don't know if we can talk for a while, man.
Well,
that's it. That's the line that you picked. Of all the strange food things that he's said over the years, that's the one where you're like, that's it, I can't talk to you anymore.
Like, okay. The man doesn't like cold cuts, and I like live off of
right. Sandwich. Yeah, it wasn't the warm Pepsi. Okay.
I did say that I do eat turkey cold cuts sometimes, like the expensive guys. Not the stuff from the deli. I eat turkey from the deli. They just smash all that stuff up. I'd rather not see that get sliced. I don't want to see the big mashed up pieces of meat in the deli.
It is kind of gross looking, yeah.
Yeah, because they compress it all together. I've seen how it's made. Mm-hmm. I see how they do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why they call it lips and assholes.
Well, you could get
hot dogs.
Yeah, hot dogs, lips and assholes.
Right.
Don't be an asshole. Don't be lips and assholes. But lips and assholes are delicious when they're grilled and you have a little ketchup and mustard on them. Mm.
That's the PG.
How is that for a soundbite?
That's the PG. That's the kids version. Don't be a hot dog.
Yeah.
Yeah. What did you mean by don't be an asshole, Daddy? Don't be a hot dog.
Okay. Yeah. Did you ever see the video of this chef? And he was trying to make a point to the kids about how chicken nuggets from McDonald's are gross. And he took this chicken, he took all these nasty pieces and he put it together and he made like this paste and then he put it through the pasta maker or whatever. It like pushes out this paste and then he like breads it. And then he shows it to the kids and he's like, would you eat these? And all of the kids were like, yeah.
Yeah.
It looks like Play-Doh.
Yeah, that was not the point. He was trying to get them to realize that like eating whole food was better. You know, like, would you want to eat this? And all the kids were like, yeah.
We always end up back at food.
Well, because nobody has time to prepare all that stuff unless you are a chef.
Right. Well, yeah, I know. Right? And I think of some of the nasty shit we used to give our kids when they were little because they loved it.
I still give my kids nasty shit.
Like, there's these things that came in a jar with some kind of weird fluid in them called meat sticks. They were made by graduates.
Oh my God, yeah.
They look like little baby Vienna sausages, but they were smushy. They were so gross.
They were so smushy and gross.
Yes, they smelled horrible, but the kids loved them.
Right?
They just smash them in their hands and they just
like a tube of toothpaste.
Eisenberg's getting sick. He's like, I gotta go, guys.
Yeah.
Well, it is that time, guys.
You know what? And those were made by Gerber, so they're not like bad, right?
No.
Good for you.
Those are gross. Look, I can't even think about those.
Yeah, they were disgusting.
Baby food in general is just kind of gross, but that's why we don't eat it when we're adults.
And you know
some of us do. Some of us are like that shit, but not me.
My kids had ramen noodles for dinner, so. Oh, here.
Tony said, "Goose, remember you're talking to a guy who likes hot Pepsi."
Right? That's what I'm saying.
Not hot Pepsi, warm Pepsi.
Warm Pepsi. I would say room temperature, right? Room temperature.
Room temperature.
Well, we got the boss lady on. Now we got to settle down and like be good.
Yes.
She's going to snap to and make us behave.
Work, bitch.
Right. So what's happening? How are you doing?
Here's what I have to say, because I know it's a rough world out there, but if anybody knows anybody in the healthcare field, just say a little prayer for them right now. Just they need it. It's rough out there. It really sucks.
Yeah, that's like the thing is like we're talking about the shit that pisses us off, and like 90% of what's pissing me off is stuff that we said we weren't going to talk about. So
we're not. We're not talking about.
I don't want to talk
no COVID and no politics.
We won't say it, but definitely be praying for your healthcare people.
Yeah, because it is rough out there.
Yep.
So
yeah, pray for all of them. I don't care if it's
that's true.
A surgeon, a doctor, a nurse, the people that are changing the linens, that are picking up the garbage, that are the techs out going into people's homes, the therapists.
Yes.
It's not safe for any of us right now. So it's
it's not, and it's just less people and more work, and it's just frustrating, and it's really hard out there. So that's all I have to say about that. But other than that, everything's great. So
yeah,
Mrs. Heisenberg.
Mrs. Heisenberg.
Kathy, chicken soup sounds amazing. Somebody just made us homemade Italian wedding soup, and it was like the best thing I've eaten in like months. It was delicious. She like made her own meatballs. It was so good. Thank you, Marianne. I know you don't watch this, but thank you. So are you excited for this weekend? You're going too. You're bringing the little dude, right?
Yeah, yes, I'm very excited. Very excited. And I just like taking Lincoln now every year and just,
well,
watching
he's the star
him.
of the show when he shows up.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. He's this year is going to be fun because now he can truly like run around and he knows what it's like to play with other kids too.
Yeah.
And like how to interact with people. So it'll be really
gonna be fun. Him shooting us in the head with a Nerf gun this year.
Right?
Probably. Oh, he'll think it's hilarious.
I'm sure he will.
Yeah. And my boys are coming this year too.
Are they?
Nice, cool.
Yeah. And then we got all the Musgrove boys.
Yes.
And then Atticus.
Yep.
So
Lincoln will probably be following all the big kids around, but he'll call them babies. That's what he does on the playground. Like there could be like a 12-year-old and he'll be like, baby. I'm like, no, you're the baby.
Right.
So, but it'll be fun to watch him, just kind of run and play and have a great time. So I'm just really excited. I'm excited to see people. I think that's the biggest thing. I'm just excited.
That's what we're saying. Yeah, it's like a family reunion. We're all getting out of the house and we're doing stuff. And
I don't miss people often. That's not a thing for me. Yeah. But I do. I miss people. So I'm excited. So it's going to be fun.
Yeah. Well, that's what I was like telling Sarah a little bit when we were texting back about what's going on Saturday with our Dark Alley group, because obviously we're going to have Dark Alley and Cryptic Paranormal Show under the same tent. Cryptic Paranormal Show, we're going to be selling all kinds of merch, and we're going to be like a vendor.
Right.
Dark Alley, we're just kind of like hanging out and having fun. Yeah. We're just like, hey, we're paranormal investigators. Here's my spirit box, and here's a card if you want one. But we're just, and it's going to be nice to have backup if like Mike or I want to walk away, and you guys can chill out for a minute, and you guys can go, and then and Denise is going to be so busy running around helping with actual convention. She's not going to be.
Probably won't be at the table very much.
No,
probably not.
So, hello, Brian, bearded paranormal. Are you going, Brian? Are you going to be there Saturday? Let us know. Ashley, we miss your fucking face too, sister.
No, she is an angel.
She is.
She's been.
And I know I'm going to assume she's probably not going to be there Saturday. Just because of everything that's been going on down south, and her diving into helping people down there has been amazing. And she's been more than generous with what she donates for these fundraisers, as far as the Broken Bow Asylum and ghost hunts and everything. So we love you, and I would have loved to meet you face to face, but we totally get
why hope that
you may or may not be there. We hope you're going to be there, but I haven't heard anything, so I'm assuming the worst.
We have a murder to solve.
A murder? What? What did I miss?
Ashley and I are going to solve a 100-year-old murder.
What? I would like in on this.
Yeah. There's a woman.
It was Heisenberg. Just telling you.
I'm not going to tell too many details, but there's a woman at the building who was known to have committed suicide. And she somehow managed to get in touch with Ashley Storm all the way in Texas. And it was not a murder. And we're going to find out the truth. And we're going to solve a 100-year-old murder.
That sounds absolutely amazing.
Right?
It's really cool.
I want to be in on that too, but that sounds like a lot of work. I'll just let it ride and watch you guys
There you go, Wolver. There's something for you to film this weekend.
Wolver, speaking of filming something this weekend, are we doing anything with our project? No pressure. But, a couple minutes of your time. Just kidding, brother. I know you're busy.
Ooh. That's a little toasty.
Not like that one year, though.
74 degrees. What?
See? Wasn't suicide, it was a murder.
It was a murder.
Oh.
It was murder. I'll do that. If you guys do like a documentary on it, I'll just do that voice. It was murder. Saturday, Madison, Ohio, Saturday, 18th, 74 degrees, low of 54. That's beautiful if that's real.
Yeah, but it's supposed to be a little bit humid, so
74 though and humid, that's almost doable.
I know. Listen, I'm being a super bitch about this. It's gonna be a perfect day.
Right.
So
don't be an asshole, D.
Yeah.
I know, but I'm just like, I'm thinking
leave
about
the weather alone.
Right?
Yeah.
Maybe if I was just like hanging out, it'd be different. But I'm gonna be.
But you're gonna be running around.
You're gonna be sweating regardless of how cold it is, or
that's true. It could be 30
temperature it is.
I would be sweating if it was snow, so it's fine.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Whatever it is, it's going to be amplified 10 times because that's just the way it rolls at Madison.
Yeah.
Very seldom is it perfect in the building.
Right.
In the building.
In the building, yeah.
Momo Cat. I'm getting lost.
It's Mama.
Ashley just like, oh my God, yeah, it's Mama.
Wow. Didn't you just get new glasses?
I did, but my eyes are messed up from allergy stuff, so I didn't put my drops in before I signed in. It was Colonel Mustard in the courtyard with the candlestick. Don't be an asshole, Ashley. It was funny because we actually just watched Clue the other night.
Did you?
I haven't seen that in so long.
Oh my gosh. My family watches it like at least once a month.
Really?
Yeah, it's kind of getting old to me, but
Just now? Again, you're like getting to all these breaking points that I feel like you should have reached a long time ago.
Well, it is don't be an asshole. We're just kind of like trying not to be an asshole and let people know it pisses them off, right? Or pisses us off. No.
What else pisses people off?
Yeah, what chime in, guys? What else?
Pisses you off?
What pisses you off? Let's narrow it down. What pisses you off in the paranormal? Let's get some drama. Right?
It doesn't have to be in the paranormal. It could be anything. Name
people specifically. Give me their address and their phone number. I'm waiting for Tony because I know Tony will. He doesn't give a shit.
Right, that's true. He'll be like, okay, here's my list. So and so.
Orbs. Oh my God. Yep. Yeah. I should have known Tony was going to pick that.
Yes.
Orbs.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Oh my God. Speaking of, oh my God. Yeah. Tony, I'm with you, man. There's this guy, again, sending me all these pictures of this plasma creature. He calls them all. He doesn't even call it an orb, which is even worse for me. He just makes up a term for it. They're called plasma creatures, and he has all these still shots, but you could tell it's a freaking, like, it's either a piece of dust or like a feather or something. Right. A couple of them even look like he got some kind of weird reflection off of his camera strap. You know what I mean? It goes like through the corner of the thing. You could see like the design in it. I'm like, it's not a freaking plasma creature, dude. Like, I'm sorry if I'm being an asshole right now, but we're talking about shit that pisses us off, right?
Yeah.
Right.
So yeah. Okay. That's my take.
Tony's list is too long to name people.
Everything. He's got a hit list.
Probably.
Sure, allergy medicine. What? I can't even talk. You guys just go ahead. I'm just gonna sit back. Heisenberg's not on anymore, so I'll play the quiet part and just chime in.
There you go. Okay, you try that, Goose. See how that works.
Yeah, right. Tina Frick, yes, lens flare.
Lens flare.
What's her name? Andrea. Oh my gosh. I think it was Andrea. She just got a super cool picture of it. It was a lens flare, but I liked that she posted it and she was like, look at this lens flare I got. Yeah. It looks really cool. She wasn't like, saying that it was something paranormal. She was just like, look, it's
if you're not, I mean, I can understand why some people think it is paranormal because it doesn't like physically make sense, even if you're thinking about it the right way.
Right.
How some things show up. But yeah, you got to be really careful. Especially when you're taking still shots and photos like that. It's an IR. I mean, it's like, I know you have to have IR or full spectrum when you're shooting in the dark, but it can throw off so many false positives.
Yeah.
You got to be careful. Ashley Storm doesn't like gatekeepers. Explain. Divulge.
Like the ride at Cedar Point, or
I
don't know what it is.
I know the Keymaster.
I'm sad that I know what that is. Like,
there is no Ray. There is only Goose.
There's only Goose.
I know. That's funny that you wore that shirt today. We were talking about it. Here.
Because I miss Goose. I miss Goose. Goose hasn't been around for a while, and Goose needs to come back.
You see
that is I could see that. That would be at first glance, if you don't like understand photos and how they work, I could see that somebody would think that's something.
Right. But it's just lens flare, I guess. It looks super cool though.
Ashley divulged. The holier. Well, let's put it up there. Or I'll take it off and I hands off. Put it up, Dave. I'm not touching it.
Here you go.
Put it up, Caitlin.
The holier than thou people who shit on anyone who doesn't do it their way.
Yeah.
Give us names. Tell us exactly who you're talking about.
Yes.
It's like I really didn't want to start shit, but now I kind of feeling a little antsy. Like
now you're feeling like an asshole. Like I feel like this was backfired terribly.
I know. It's become a therapy session. Well, we said no holds barred, but but no, those people are definitely assholes.
Yeah, I feel like anyone in any position, in any job, in any walk of life has no right to look down on people for thinking differently. You know what I mean? Like, or wanting to do things differently or whatever. Like, your way is not always the only way. Like, it might end up being the best way. And if you talk about it and figure it out that it is the best way, then okay, continue.
Right.
I worked at a credit union and my boss always said, well, that's the way we've always done it. And I'm like, okay, but we could do it this way.
Right.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. I've fallen into that myself, though. Like, I've had the same job for like 10 years. And so sometimes you get used to something a certain way. So you're just sort of like, that's the way we do it. But now it's just like, but it's so inefficient. Why are we doing, just because that's what we're used to.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
We can learn new things. We're like, we can do it, So it's just like, But I know I've said that I've said that myself, like, man, that's just the way we do it. No.
Yeah.
Because that's easy to just keep doing the same thing. Yeah. It's comfortable. That's exactly it.
I like what our girl Pezzy said.
Yes, Peggy.
I don't like when people are too arrogant to support newbies. We were all new at one time.
Mm-hmm.
And I agree completely like that. And I try to explain to them too, like, it's got to go both ways though. Newbies got to like, kind of try to understand, like, we're giving them our opinions as well.
Right.
If they come up with, like, say they came up with that picture and you showed me that Andrea took, they have to understand that I have my own take on it and I think it is what it is. And, there's got to be that kind of back and forth, which is why I kind of get frustrated when I do public ghost hunts. Because they're looking for you to do everything for them. Like, they're just watching you. And then you got the person in the corner with like one of the apps, like, oh, they just said this. And it just, you try to like be cool. And like I'm like so cool, like so happy and excited that they're enjoying what they're doing and they're trying to get into it. But there's part of me, Peggy, that's almost like ready to like jump and say, no, that's bullshit. Don't you, you know what I mean? I try not to do that, but we need more people in this field, I think. And we got to be cool with that. And I agree with what Pezzy said. And I'm going to call her Pezzy all the time now. So deal with
it. That's one of the reasons why I like doing the public hunts so much. Like, obviously, I'm not an expert. I'm not, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Right.
I've been around, but I love when people ask questions, and I hate when people are like, I'm sorry I'm asking so many questions, or I'm sorry if that's a stupid question. Like, I love it. Ask me as many questions as you want. That's why I'm here. That's why I volunteer to do this.
Right.
Because I love doing it, and I love talking to people, and I love getting people excited about it.
Yeah.
Like, there's no reason
to
be a dick to people because they have a question.
Right. And no, the question always comes up, like, what do we get out of having our team set up a tent? And honestly, we're not selling anything, and I get it, but we just have a tent to like, hey, we're Dark Alley, and people come. I mean, I just like meeting new people, like going to these events, and just like, I don't really have anything cool to show you or sell you, but we can talk about ghosts and shit.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
But I love going to those and meeting new people and talking and like voicing ideas. It's not very, very few people are actually that big of assholes.
Right.
I tell newbies they are fine, but if you see my left eye twitching, run. Well, you have to fart or something? What?
It's possessed. You never know.
Storm's here, proud of you, Ashley.
Yeah.
We're all proud of Ashley.
Seriously, for those of you that don't know, we have two angels in the chat right now. We have Peggy and Ashley.
Mm-hmm.
Ashley lived through Katrina, and then when the last round of hurricanes went through, she was driving from Texas to New Orleans to bring supplies, bottled water, clothes, diapers, all kinds of shit to the people there, because she's amazing and she lived through it and she knows what they're going through, and she saw an area where she could fix things and she fixed it.
That's awesome.
That is the epitome of how to not be an asshole.
Right.
Yeah. Very
we
good.
Need more of that in the world. Yes.
Same thing with Peggy. She does that shit all the time too.
That's awesome.
Learning all from the best. That's the key, is we're learning from each other.
Yeah.
Constantly.
There's no one right answer. That's what I think too. Like when people are just like, no, you're wrong. There's nothing there. And it's like, I mean, you can't say something. There's no way right now to like definitively prove anything. So it's just like, it's all our opinions. I don't know.
Yeah. And then everybody's so set in their opinion, you know, that they're like, I don't know. I just feel like that communication is like gone anymore.
Yeah.
You know, that's the other part of humanity that freaking pisses me off.
Right.
Like, nobody ever like has an intelligent conversation anymore. Right. Like those are gone.
Like
it immediately jumps to like,
except for every Thursday here on our Media Network from 8 to 10 p.m.
From 8 to 10.
Cryptic Paranormal Show.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, people just jump to, you know, personal insults and you're an idiot and oh my god.
Like, you're so stupid. I can't believe you'd think that. Like, yeah, just like sitting down and having a conversation and being like, I want to hear, like, why do you think that? And why, you know, it doesn't mean, but also don't be offended that you're not going to sway me to your side, you know, like that you weren't convincing enough or something like that. That's not it. I just want to hear you out.
Yeah.
So, okay. You know, and then move along and we still be friends. You know, I just thought
that's a crazy concept. I know. Like
that's, exactly.
There's that old adage my dad always used to tell me, never in public conversation, never talk about politics or religion.
Right. Yeah.
And I feel like sometimes it gets that way even with paranormal, because it's basically like talking about religion, because it's all belief based. Right. You know, okay, you got people who don't believe, and you got people who do believe in the afterlife.
Right.
And then you got different factions of different beliefs of the people who believe in the afterlife and why it happens and blah blah blah. You know, everybody's different. So it's like,
I know, but that's like that's my favorite. And I understand that like we're a very rare breed these days, but that's some of my favorite conversations is sitting on the back porch at Madison Seminary and talking to my friends, and all of us have different views, especially when it comes to like paranormal stuff. We're like, well, what if this? Well, that doesn't make any sense because then this would happen. You know what I mean?
Right.
And we just sit there and we hash things out for, you know, until the freaking sun comes up, and then we're still friends the next day, you know?
Right. Right. Nobody's wrong and nobody's right. It's just, I don't know.
Everybody's got their opinions. And if everybody just always keeps their opinions to themselves because they're like afraid to argue with people, then there's going to be no research. There's going to be no like furthering the field because nobody's going to talk about things, or nobody's going to open their mind enough to like listen. Like, we probably have all the answers, but everybody has one teeny tiny little piece of it, and it will never come together because people are assholes. So all of the information will never be in the same place.
Right.
Or people just need to believe 100% in everything that I say, and everything would be okay.
Well, yeah.
I'm an asshole.
We could do that.
Kathy, I love the porch. Send me there as punishment. I tried asking for that, and can I just like hang out on the porch?
Right.
Like I trespass and go there during lunch.
Yeah.
I happen to be in Madison. I'm just going to stop on by Madison and eat my lunch on the porch.
Yeah.
It would have been. I should have told you to just come just to talk, because it would have been nicer to, instead of sitting there texting Adam and having him not respond until he posted it on Facebook.
Well, if it was lunchtime, he probably was sleeping.
True. That's
He's got such a messed up sleep schedule.
Tony, I got nothing. I know nothing. You know a lot, buddy.
Yeah.
You got some good stories. I love listening to your stories and your Mama Kathy's take on things.
They're so much fun. I love them so much.
I like our whole circle. I think we're lucky in the fact that we have a great circle of people.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And we all gang up on the assholes. Like a big, that doesn't sound right either. Damn it. I'm really trying to be nice, people. Trying to be positive.
Are you though?
But I don't know. All right. Ashley's the epitome of how not to be an asshole, and apparently tonight I am exactly how to be an asshole.
How to be an asshole.
Maybe that's what tonight should have been. Yeah. How to be an asshole.
Yeah.
By Goose.
Or just
how to be
just opposite day. Like if you're normally not an asshole, then you get to be an asshole today. And if you're normally an asshole today, you have to be nice. That's
right.
What we should do.
Yeah.
Except Ashley still said except Heisenberg.
Yeah.
What?
Oh, it's just Ashley and Heisenberg. You know, they're back.
Oh, yeah.
Heisenberg.
Except
repartee.
Yeah, I don't know.
So what else?
It's so sad. I'm having a really hard time, like, being excited about anything.
It's hard right now. I mean, it's like, as much as I get excited about going and doing things, like, I feel like we've been working so hard and we've been rushing around so much. It's like, part of me is like, I don't really feel like it. Yeah. I just want to take time and be at home, or I just, I don't know. It's weird. But I'm like super excited for this weekend. At the same time, I know, like, until it's time to actually go and be like, ugh.
Yeah.
I can't wait to go to MadCon. Yeah. It's like falling asleep, kind of like, but I'm excited. I can't wait to see everybody. Like, that's what keeps me going, is seeing everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I mean, it's hard.
Yeah, I've definitely been in a funk for the last couple months.
It's hard not to be, because
I definitely I had a breakdown not that long ago, like a legit, breakdown, just because I was just so overwhelmed with everything.
Right.
And it's too much at once, and not taking enough time for myself, and realizing that, like, I needed to talk to somebody about it. And so I definitely understand, where you're coming from.
Yeah. Kate, if you ever need that.
I know. Thank you.
I like to listen to people.
I know. You are a good listener. Absolutely.
Heisenberg and I just have to stare each other in the eyes, and it's
and then
all
everything's instantly better. No, it is so important. I feel
Heisenberg.
I feel like so many people now like feel like they're breaking down and they're the only ones.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
yes.
I probably have a breakdown at least once or twice a month. Like, no joke.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And I could still like have my little breakdown and I'll get over it, you know, and I'll go back to being a positive person.
Right.
But then people don't see that, you know, so they just assume like, oh, nothing's wrong with her. She's fantastic. Right. She's always so positive. Like, there are so many people who are struggling. Yeah. So if you are, then just talk to somebody, because I guarantee if you talk to 10 people, 9 people will tell you that they struggle as well. And that 10th person is lying.
Is lying to you.
Right.
Yeah. Or lying to themselves. I mean, you know, that's the thing. Like, so like at work, I have to be, my bosses have told me like, you're a leader. Okay. So you have to lead people, and you have to be that positive energy to like lift people up, to keep them, you know, keep them going. I'm like, I can't do that 100% of the time.
Right.
No.
Like I can do it like, and most of the time I'm probably faking, because I'm just like, yes, it's gonna be a great day, you guys. It's gonna be awesome. Meanwhile, I'm like dying on the inside, like this is gonna be fucking hell.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, and then sometimes I just walk in and I'm just like, just leave me alone. Just let me get through the day. Please. I can't, you know. And then that's always the day that my bosses catch me and they're like, you really need to be that positive person. You're a leader. I'm just like, I can't do it every day.
Right.
I mean, I have, you know, there are some bad days, but yeah, it's really, you know, it is hard to,
and especially when it's not even like one aspect of your life. You know what I mean? Like you guys obviously are with a ton at work, but then at home, like Lincoln's been sick and you guys have been sick, you know what I mean? And then like your social life is all fucked up because of COVID. Like every single aspect is fucked up in everybody's life right now. So you can't even like go home to unwind and relax and to center yourself. You can't go out with your friends to get yourself back in your right mind. Like just every part of everybody's life is fucked up. So
exactly. There's just it's it's hard. It's just definitely I think it's hard too, because it's like it's not where everybody thought they would be at this point. Like it's not where I thought I would be having like a 2-year-old. Like I thought, you know, okay, like well, like he'll get to go out and like have play dates with friends and like you know, I'll meet new moms and things like that. And then now I'm just like, I mean, I don't want to go anywhere. I don't want to do anything because I just don't know, you know, but you know, it's not what I imagined it would be like having a 2-year-old. And I mean, same thing, if someone just had a baby, it's not what they would imagine it was like with a baby, or having a teenager, or having, you know, being in this part of life. It's just not where you saw things going. So
yeah, that's such a good point. And it's not, seriously, I wish people would understand that they are not alone. You know, I honestly get upset when people tell me that they're having a hard time. You know, they're like, oh, I've really been struggling. And I'm like, why the fuck didn't you text me? Like, why didn't you? Okay, maybe don't call me. Maybe just text me and say, hey, can you call me?
Right.
It's like,
so I don't do well on the phone. You know, I need a little warning for that. But you know, like, get a hold of somebody. Like, don't ever just sit there at home by yourself, you know, having a breakdown and thinking that you're alone. There's so many people that you could talk to, and and you don't even need to like seeing a therapist is awesome, but you don't even need that. Like sometimes you just need to call somebody and just cry on the phone. You don't even need to say words sometimes, you know. Sometimes you just need somebody to be like, damn, that's fucked up. And that's it. That's it.
Yeah.
It is. I feel better now.
Or like the biggest thing I like that I don't like a lot of times is the people that I usually will talk to and like vent to and stuff, like they'll try to fix the problem. I'm like, I don't need you to fix it. I don't need you to give me ideas how to fix it. I just want you to listen. Right. And I just want you to be like, yeah, that's fucked up.
Yeah, because your issues are your own. There's nobody that can fix them, but you 9 times out of 10 you can't even fix them.
Right.
It's just getting it off your chest and saying something about it.
Right.
Like I always like apologize, but like our show chat, we have like our own group chat that we plan things on and talk to each other. But we use it as venting too. Like, this happened to me and I can't. Yeah. We're all like very respectful and like understand each other. And Denise like that's what we're here for. Like, as I always apologize. Like, I'm sorry, I just let that off my chest, and I just like vented like that. And they're like, and it's great. We got people. I got friends like Tony's like constantly, like every week at least once. How are you doing, buddy? How's the family?
Yes.
You know what I mean? And it's like it means so much.
It does. Oh my gosh. I always say that's just like the nicest thing, because that's truly somebody who's just, dedicated to making sure that their friends are okay.
Yeah.
And that's what I wish I could be. That I think about people, but I don't reach out to them and say like, oh, I hope everything's going all right.
Yeah, I think about it all the time, and I feel bad even when I like people I talk to all the time. Like, if they tell me something's going on, I feel like it's either I'm at work and I feel horrible when I can't get back to them like immediately.
Yeah.
And let them, talk to them. And like then I'm feeling all my stuff again. It's like it's just never. Yeah, it's just I don't know. But having that with people, like Tina, we talk to each other constantly about stuff. We help each other with stuff. Kathy and Tony, and we have just this amazing circle of support. And I love every one of you, and hope you guys know that you can talk to me too. That's we can vent at each other.
Yeah.
And,
I mean, Tina makes a good point. She said with everything going on, she feels like people don't want to bother others. That makes sense. Listen,
it's
never a bother.
It's not.
I haven't worked since March 13th of 2020. Okay.
Yeah.
I realize that I do a lot. I keep human beings alive. I can blah, 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 whatever. I don't do anything. I don't have to go to work. I have this cushy life. My husband goes to work every day. I have this cushy life. Like, I get it. I shouldn't complain ever to anyone. But at the same time, what's that saying about like, we're not all in the same boat, but we're all in the same storm? Like,
yeah.
Okay, so maybe I don't have stresses at work, but I have a lot of fucking stresses that people don't think about. So I'm still allowed to get stressed just because I don't work. Yeah. And I hope, Tina, that you don't ever feel like you don't have enough problems to be upset. Like, you're allowed to be upset. Your feelings are your feelings. And if you're having a bad day, don't ever compare yourself to somebody else. Like, you're allowed to have a bad day.
Right.
People who are rich and famous have bad days. Not because they're not, I don't know. Everybody's worthy of bad days. You're allowed to call people.
Yes. Yeah.
Ashley said that you could always call her, but she charges after 5 minutes.
That's such a good idea.
Yeah.
Right?
And Tina says it's hard not to work as hard it is working. Right. And I get that. A lot of people, and especially Tina, I know she's going through a lot health-wise and everything, and she can't get back into the workforce. So a lot of people are having that struggle. And
I think a lot of times it's always like, it's sort of like if you were to like leave a job, like the grass is always greener on the other side kind of thing. Like you always think that you want what you don't have, like someone like, I have been fortunate enough that just because I'm in healthcare, like I have had a job the whole time, but then there's times where it's like, oh, why can't they just, I'd like a break, maybe it would be nice if I could just have, some time off, but then and then you've got people that are like you're like, okay, well, I have that. And that's I wish I could go back to work, or I wish I could do this. I mean, it's different struggles. It's different. It just brings on a different set of problems. And so
my husband will sit there. My husband goes, he'll sit there at nighttime and he's like, I don't want to go to work tomorrow. And I'm like, I want to go to work tomorrow.
Right.
It's hard because I really do understand that I'm contributing to the family, but at the same time, like I feel so worthless being home. Like I have had a job since I was 14 years old.
Right.
I have never not contributed to my household, and it fucking kills me every single day. I don't understand. I have a friend who's struggling. She just started being a stay-at-home mom. And I told her, I said, it's the weirdest fucking position you could ever be in, because you are literally keeping people alive, but you feel useless. You can't go to the bathroom by yourself, but you feel lonely. You know what I mean? Right. There's like, it's such a weird position to be in.
Weird,
yes. And until you do it, you don't understand it. And people will say, oh, what do you just sit at home all day? Like, okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That's what I do.
Yeah. And on top of all the problems.
That's all I do all day. Yeah. Thank you.
And on top of all the issues and the feelings that we're having, and I know the three of us have the issues with, sometimes we don't know what our feelings are, and if they are our own feelings, or if we're just being saturated with all the negativity the world is throwing at us. You know what I mean? And it's you can work on yourself, but when you absorb everything else, it's like almost impossible to block it. Like you can try as hard as you can, but it's constantly coming at you.
Right.
I don't care if you're in the healthcare field or not. It's there.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of times that's my problem. I just feel like I take on the world's problems, and it's just
right.
I don't know. I don't know what to do with that. I don't know how to deal with that.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'll do good for a long time, not being on social media, not opening the comments, not watching the news, whatever. And it seems like it takes like one news story or one something, and then I'm right back to it. Like it's just, it's so hard to stay positive and in your right now, honestly.
Yeah, like I've been trying not to watch the news, but then I feel like an idiot because everybody's talking about what happened in Afghanistan, and I'm like, what? That was like a major event, and
I have no idea
that I should know about, and I should have feelings about, and I just I'm like,
I had to ask Michael.
I'm like, what?
I had to ask Michael. I was like, what's going on and why? Like, and he'll explain it, and he'll be like, oh, this is what happened, and I'm like, but why? I don't like. I purposely stay away from everything, and I'm okay with being in my bubble. And you could sit there and be like, oh, you should educate yourself on what's going on in the world. No, I don't have to. I mean, I'm fine. I'm fine not knowing it. It's to me, it's okay.
Sometimes ignorance is really bliss.
Yeah, right. I'm so torn though, because it is. It really. I'm a much happier person when I don't know what's going on. But then there's also the anxiety part of me that's like, I need to know what's going on, because to be honest, I feel like the world's falling apart right now, and I need to make sure that I'm watching so I know when it's coming. So I'm so torn literally every day. Like, do I want to know to appease my anxiety, or do I not want to know to appease the empath in me? Right. Like, which one am I doing today?
Yeah. It's so hard. It's so hard to divide and conquer everything that goes on in your own head every day.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, Tony, I do too.
Same. Yeah. I feel like that's a compliment, Tina. Thank you.
Yeah.
I felt the same way when I met Tina. It's like we've known each other for a long time.
Yeah.
I can't force myself in the comment sections anymore. Yeah, you can't.
Don't do it, Williver.
And it's not even just Facebook. It's everything. Like, you can't even watch a live local broadcast on the internet without people and their stupid ass comments coming through.
It's
just
terrible.
hateful speech. And it's like,
right.
I'm just trying to watch what's going on in current events so that I'm informed. As much as it hurts me to do that and to see what's going on, like what Denise said, it's like you kind of have to be prepared at the same time. As much as you don't want to and you don't want to know,
Nope.
You kind of have to know, so you know what.
No, you don't. I don't. You don't have to.
Right.
Life keeps going on. It's fine.
Yeah. Now you're starting to sound like your husband. It'll all work out, right? That's what he says all the time.
Yeah.
It'll all work out.
It'll be fine. If I need to know something, I'll figure it out.
Somebody will probably call you if the world's like actually falling apart. So really, we don't need to watch the news. Right. It's fine.
Right.
If my dad calls me and tells me to grab my guns and head to his house, I know it's something. The shit's gone down.
Somebody text me or Kate if the world's
right. Yeah.
apart.
I mean, just somebody let me know if I don't like. Just don't call. Just like text me so I can like sleep in or something. If I don't have to like,
hey girl, don't go to work today.
Yes. Yes. Right.
Zombie apocalypse. Don't worry about work.
Right. Yeah.
Sweet.
Yep, just keep scrolling.
Scrolling on. Oh gosh, it really bothers me. People who just can't continue to scroll and have to comment. Yeah. Like I really don't understand why you can't just keep going. Right. Like I will read stuff like all the time, or I just laugh. I'm like, okay, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Right. And then keep going.
Then scroll, and then you just keep going.
You don't need to know. I mean, does my opinion matter to you? I mean, it's not like you said. I'm not going to try to change what you're thinking.
For me, it's the same way for like 3 or 4 posts, and I'm like, okay, stupid, dumb,
right.
So stupid it's funny. Then I start like, okay, the world really is falling apart because all these people are dumbs. They're all fucked. They're all assholes. I can't. I just get built up, and so I'm like, bone. Right.
That's when I just start watching like random TikToks that
with puppies. Yeah.
Right. Well, I have like weird things that I usually like to watch clips of like medical shows or like weird, earwax removals and things like that. That like that calms me down. Yeah. So I'm just like a weird person, but just but things that don't really matter about, I mean, just
yeah.
Oh yeah,
just that. Yeah, I've been on TikTok a little too much lately.
I thought
me feel so much better.
Right.
I need to stop taking my phone to the bathroom at 2 a.m. when I'm up.
Yeah.
Whether you're going or not, you're just sitting there flipping. That's funny.
We've started like Michael and I have started like it's one of those things like to try to just get your phone to die by the end of the night.
Yeah.
So because if you have too much battery, then I'm up too late. You know? So same thing. So he's just like, he's like, no, I'm good. I'm at like 15%. Yeah. I'll be in bed soon. You know what I mean? So it's like, good. You can't have the charger. Like, no.
Yeah.
So that's the thing.
Idea.
It's just,
like when your phone dies, you have to go to bed. That's
exactly. If your phone is dead, you got to go to bed. There you go. Yeah.
I need to go back to what I used to do, where I just had the old school radio clock to wake me up.
Oh, yeah.
And I kept my phone charging downstairs because
I can't do that. My anxiety is like,
nope.
Somebody's gonna call. There's
somebody will be in a ditch at 2 a.m. and they will need me, and I won't be by my phone.
Yeah.
My girls are 14, 11. They better not be in a ditch. There better be no like car crash.
There better be no ditches. My mom always told me I was going to end up in a ditch or something. Like that's where she was afraid I was going to be.
What is with our moms in the ditch?
I don't know.
Our moms are always like, "You're going to end up in a ditch, and I'm not going to be able to." Why is it always a ditch?
Apparently, that was like the worst thing that could happen to you when we were.
Just because Grandpa drank a little too much and ended up in a ditch a couple times doesn't mean it's going to be me.
Yeah, I used to hear that all
Ditches the time. Are okay. They help us stay safe from tornadoes, right?
Right. And also, like, it's not that hard to get out of a ditch. Like, I'll be fine.
Right.
Well, my mom is, so you're going to be dead in a ditch. Like, well, how am I going to call you if I'm dead in a ditch?
That's true.
Right. Right.
Oh, cool, Kathy.
Cool.
Ooh.
I've had 2 readings from Kathy now, and both of them were like so dead on. It was crazy. Yeah.
Like, I don't know that I've ever had one. I'm gonna do that though.
You should get one. Yeah.
Yes.
She just did one last weekend, I think it was. And the first 2 cards, She flips up. She talks about 2 cards, and I'm already crying.
Oh boy! Oh great.
Well, I told you about the cards that Kathy and Tony sent me, right? They're actual like runes.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. So I've been like flipping one every day, just kind of working on it.
Yeah.
You know, kind of learning it myself, and Tina was teaching me the runes as well, and just like everything happened, so like getting together stopped and whatever. But
right.
I'm getting into it. I like it. I'm not quite ready to like be out there and like give people readings and shit yet, but it's interesting working with myself and like getting to it. So maybe someday.
Cool.
That is cool.
Kathy's got a cute little setup at Madison. She has her own little room.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
little table and everything set up. Oh my gosh, that's so cool.
What? That's awesome. Yeah. Oh, I'm so excited.
Now, if Boss Lady Kate disappears a little bit for Saturday, we know where she's at.
Somebody watch my child for me, please.
Right. We got you.
Speaking of which, I gotta tell you this. I don't know if like Michael said anything, so if I'm repeating, I'm sorry. But I think it's pretty cool. So I don't know if it's just like Lincoln's imagination, but so the other night we were sitting him and I were sitting in the living room, and he was eating a snack, and he like looks at me, and he points at me, and he goes 1, and then he points across the empty room and goes 2, 3, 4.
Stop it!
No.
What?
And I was like, I'm sorry. I said what? I said
I'm sorry. How many?
I'm sorry. I said how many? I said, is that how many people are here? And he just like kind of looked at me and just went about his business, like kept eating his crackers like it was no big deal. But yeah, it was really, but it wasn't scary or anything. I was just like, I know that because people have said so many times, like he has a lot of people that are around him. Yeah. But I'm like, ooh, we're getting at the good stage in life where like now he's gonna, and he just like, he just like, he'll kind of just like look up, and like he was playing a game with somebody the other day, just kind of looked up and was just like, and like kept going like, oh shit. But yeah, he just pointed at me and he was like 1, 2, 3, 4. I was like, okay, cool. Yes, I'm super excited. Right.
Well, I don't need this stress today, kid.
Right? Like, there's too many people in this house. Get them out of here.
Yeah. Fortunately for us, it's not stress. We're more like, okay, so tell us about these people.
So tell us, what do you describe them? Tell me.
Boys or girls?
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Well, and my parents, so it's funny now.
They're probably the old ladies that Mike brings home all the time.
Okay.
Oh, he's so cute.
No, I know when they come home because the shower curtain always falls. So that's that. So they'll come back after Madison this weekend. So, so my mom,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, right.
Correct. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So yeah. So my mom, my mom is pretty like tuned in, like she can see stuff, whatever. So, but my dad and my brother have never really been like huge believers of paranormal. But I guess so. Lincoln goes over there, like 3 times a week, and he's got this little jet plane that continuously goes off when nobody's touching it. And so now it's to the point where I guess like the jet plane will go off at like 2 a.m. And my brother who lives there, he'll just be sitting there like looking at his phone. He's just like, Lincoln's not here. And just like keeps scrolling on his phone. And I'm like, oh, that's great. Now they're all now they all sort of start to believe because weird stuff has happened. You can't.
You can't ignore it forever.
Not at 2 o'clock in the morning when you're sitting there and all of a sudden it's like, we're going on a jet plane, in the dead, like middle of the night. My mom's like, Jesus Christ. She's like, go to Lincoln's house. Leave us alone. Right. Like, he's not here. Oh my gosh. I'm like,
I remember shortly after our cat passed away, I was in the bathroom and I hear meowing. And I'm like, what the fuck is that shit, right?
Oh.
So I'm like, okay, it's Lucy. She's visiting, I guess. I really don't know. But I go out and there's this book that my kids used to have that had the different like animal sounds. Like if you touch it, you hear the animal sound.
Yeah.
So it was the cat going off in the book. I'm like, okay, so I don't know what's more freaky.
Right.
Either a ghost cat or a ghost playing with the book.
Right.
Right.
The meowing sound. I'm like, what?
Right.
What is going on? I'm glad Kim's asleep because she'd be freaking out and yelling at me because it's always my fault if there's any kind of activity in this house.
Yes. What did you do? What did you bring back? Yeah.
Like, I haven't been ghost hunting in like almost a year.
Right.
Where? Right.
I swear to God. I didn't open any portals today. I promise.
Right. Yeah.
I have a Ouija board that's still in the plastic wrap I've never used. It's not.
Yeah. Well, it's weird. I wonder if Michael like plans on like taking Lincoln inside Madison, but I know when he was a baby and he was there the first year, he took him down like in his car seat.
Yeah.
And I guess Lincoln like on the way out like waved at somebody.
Yeah.
You know, just I mean, and he was only a couple months old. You know, so I'm like, ooh, let's go take him around there. He'll just be like, oh, look at all these people.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, ooh.
If he does that, I'm gonna have to go with him because I'm kind of like interested.
Right. We'll just shut down the table for a little bit.
I'll just like put the recorder, voice recorder on my phone.
Right. Just be like, I'm sorry, we just need to go see what this little boy's up to. Yeah. He's so cute.
Just checking the plug. Be right back.
Just doing important work stuff. We'll be right back.
We'll be right back. Yeah.
Important work stuff.
It'll be fun.
Yeah.
Did you answer Kathy about how that made you feel?
No. Honestly, it wasn't. It was just like a very calm kind of feeling, and it felt cool. I was actually just more intrigued. I wish that he could tell me more. I think is what I really kind of wish is that I could get more description out of him. But yeah, that. Because I'm always very interested in like who is around, because I know that there's always somebody usually around. But yeah, so I'm more so interested in when he's older, if he still, does stuff like that, just to be like, tell me more, tell me, describe them. What do they look like? And, so.
And it seems like it wasn't very, like, he wasn't scared. He was just counting. And, like, he counted you as one of them. So, obviously, it's not anything, like...
It's not scary to him, right?
Yeah.
So it was very weird. And I know, like, he's even looked at pictures of, like, Michael's grandfather, I think it was. And who is obviously never, he's been long gone. And he'll look at a picture and just like smile and like point, and be like, oh,
wow.
You're like, I know him.
Right. So I'm just like, I think people come and visit him all the time.
Yeah.
I think there's just tons of people that are just checking in on him and, and that probably is very normal to him and he doesn't know any different, and I just think it's so cool. I just think it's awesome.
Yeah.
Cause I wish I could see things. I wish I could, I wish I had that ability, I guess. I probably would regret saying that, but there are times where I do wish that I could. So
if I could turn it on and off, I would totally want to be able to do it. If I could like just turn it on while I'm at a location, that'd be sweet. But I don't want to wake up at 3 a.m. to somebody standing at the edge of my bed because they want to tell me something. Like, no, I don't.
Or like a jump scare, like I'm going to the bathroom and, there's just like, some, like some lady.
What the fuck are you doing in here?
Right. Staring like, fucking hey, get out of here. Are you, right. That's what I'm always intrigued when people, like when we go places and people are, are like, oh, hey, there's somebody hanging over there. I'm like, how are you so calm about that? I'm walking down a dark hallway and you're just like, oh, there's somebody. And I'm like, it freaks me out.
Yeah.
And
they're like, there's a guy with a melted face over there,
right?
And he keeps watching you. And
I'm usually like, whatever.
Come on.
No, there's not.
Or those like creepy beings where it's just like, oh yeah, it looks like somebody's crawling on the floor. Like, no, I don't want to.
Look, it's the goat man.
Right? Like, no.
Nope. Good. Thank you.
Yeah.
No demonics for me today. Thank you.
Right.
Today's more of a puckwudgie day.
I feel like I would like to see a puckwudgie because puckwudgies are different to me because they are only mean if you are disrespectful to Native Americans or their land. And I am not those things.
Right.
So I feel like I'd be okay. And they'd just be the cute, playful version of themselves.
I know you wanted me to Wendigo.
Oh,
definitely.
No. Fuck no.
I want to meet a Bigfoot someday.
That'd be cool.
Linda Dick said you have to set boundaries.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you will be overrun at all hours and situations.
Yeah.
Believe what Linda says.
I believe that.
I believe
absolutely. I do.
My no reaction was, no, I can't handle that. No.
Yeah. Nope. I'm off today. No, thank you. It's my day off. Good.
Yeah. Business hours are over.
Right.
Exactly.
We're not doing important work stuff right now.
I think I would like. I think I would like the ability for like maybe like a day, and then that's it. And then because I think
this could go away now.
This could. I'm done now. Thank you.
It was fun while it lasted, but seriously, it's getting kind of old.
That's a lot. I don't know if it's like a lot of responsibility, a lot of power, a lot of responsibility. I think I can handle that.
But I'm always so fascinated. That's why whenever we have psychics on the show, I always ask them, like, how does it work for you? Because it's so different to so many different people. You know, some people never get names. Some people always get names. Some people can just see shadows. Some people can see the full thing. Some people don't even see anything. They just get like images in their head of like something, of like something that they can relate to. You know, like Richie's grandmother came through to somebody and all they said was, I don't know, I just keep seeing those flowers at Easter time. Well, her name was Iris. So that was just like the way that person was getting the information. You know, I'm so fascinated by that, but I don't want to live that life.
That's what it is. I'm fascinated by it, but yeah.
I took a class, and actually the Santoris were there too with Michelle Belanger. We played, I can't remember what the name of the game was, but it was psychic development. It was so basically we're just blindfolded and everybody kind of like spread around the room, and they turned you around and you had to like point to where you thought people were standing.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
You know, just simple like that, like feel the energy type stuff, like energy work. And somebody was standing right behind Tony, and Tony will say that he has nothing. But somebody was messing with Tony, like literally standing like right behind him, and he turned around. It freaked the hell out of me. He turned around real quick and looked straight at him. It may have been me. I can't remember. It was either me or somebody else there. So they were like literally right behind him, and he just stopped and turned around and like blindfolded, looked straight. I'm like, whoa.
Right? See, he knows.
But you know, some people had different ways of doing it.
Right.
And I was like doing this with both of my hands, and Michelle's like, "What are you doing?" Because, it was me. I thought it was me, Tony. I was just like screwing with you. I couldn't remember if it was me or somebody else. I just remember it happened. But Tony has something. Anyways, I'm like doing this, like with both of my hands, and she's like, "What are you doing?" She's like trying to get me to explain. Because if I remember correctly, I was somewhat accurate with the hand. So what I was actually feeling heat. Like when I got on somebody, I was feeling heat, and she's like, "Why are you using both your hands?" I'm like, "Because I can centralize where it's coming from and know exactly where it is." Because like I could feel around and like, okay, kind of saw right there. You know, and that's
really cool.
That's the way I was doing it. But like with me, like especially when we're ghost hunting, it's just like I feel stuff. I don't see things.
Right.
Like some of my other senses are heightened. Like I hear things. Smell is a big one for me. I don't know now because it's post-COVID, having COVID, and my sense of smell is so bad and like either non-existent or I'm stuck with one horrible smell for like a week. But yeah, it's like smell, hearing, like some of the senses are pretty heightened, and it's based off of that, or just like that gut feeling, like you walk in a room and you know you get the tinglies and all of a sudden and that like gut wrenching like kind of nausea that comes all of a sudden, or headache.
Oh yeah.
And sometimes it's pretty intense.
But
I've not, maybe in my mind's eye I've seen things, and I've explained them to people who can see things, and a lot of times they'll say that's what's going on, but like physically just to like say I saw somebody,
right,
you know what I mean? It's like I felt something. Somehow that formed an image in my head.
Right.
But I just want to be able to like see it. You know what I mean? But then, like Kate said, eventually you don't want to see it. Like there's times where you just want to like, nope, I'm done. I'm like in the shower. It's business hours are over.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yes.
I don't want to know that there's a ghost standing outside my shower, like waiting to tell me, hey, can you tell your neighbor Kathy that I'm her mom and I'm doing fine? Like,
no, not right now. No, I cannot.
Catch me in the morning, like when I'm on my way to work or something like that.
After my coffee. Like,
Exactly.
I drive around a lot all day by myself. Feel free to take a seat next to me while I'm driving so I have somebody to talk to. But not at 2 o'clock in the morning when I'm trying to sleep.
No, only thoughts and things.
Yes, Kathy, psychic blind man's bluff. It was pretty cool. It's pretty interesting.
That is interesting.
That's cool. Oh my gosh, it's already 10 o'clock. Holy shit.
Oh, I know. Jesus. See, I keep looking at the live time and it says 1:55. Like I feel like we have 4 more minutes, but the actual time we're supposed to be over.
Oh yeah, because
it is past 10.
So like, oh shit, we have to start the show.
Yeah.
We were just
we had a little bit of me being an asshole. We had talking about shit that pisses us off in life and in the paranormal.
It was a nice little vent session. Everybody in the chat got to vent about stuff.
Yeah. It was a good sesh. We had a pretty good viewership throughout the whole show.
Yeah,
so maybe we need to do this more often. Maybe we need to get rid of Mike and have Kate on.
Okay.
Kate, you're there. You're always welcome to.
I mean, I am always
you want to.
I'm always in the corner.
Hop on. Say hello.
Yeah.
Say hello.
Hang out with us. Great show, assholes.
Yeah, awesome.
Thanks, Tony. You said it here, Tony, so you don't have to text me later. After every show. Great show, dude. Great show, brother.
Yeah, I love it.
It's just like great support we get.
I love it. We do have awesome people that are so supportive of the show.
That's awesome. It's great.
Just real quick, I want to make sure I get Linda's comment in. You learn how to adjust to this gift and it becomes a part of you. You learn how to shut it down, but it's always with you, a blessing and a curse.
Yes. Yeah. I can absolutely see that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Definitely.
As Spider-Man's uncle once said,
yes.
With great power comes great responsibility.
Right. Rest in peace, Uncle Ben.
Yeah. I'm a stalker. I'm a creepy old stalker. We will, Tina. I have a feeling I'm going to be sleeping very well.
Yeah.
Love you, Tina. Feel better. I'll talk to you soon. Yeah. I'm sure I'll talk to you in a little bit.
Tonight's the last night of non-craziness.
Right.
Starting tomorrow, I gotta do a lot of shit for MadCon. So
yeah,
I should go to sleep.
All right.
Yes.
I get some sleep, and hopefully I can have less than a 10 or 12 hour day tomorrow. And get home and be able to pack up and be set, so I don't have to do it at all. Like within a half an hour before I have to leave.
Right.
So I could actually sleep in a little bit Saturday before I have to head up there.
Right.
Yeah.
But
Kate, we're gonna have to make a list. I'll put it in the group chat of everything because all of our stuff is kind of all over the place. So
yeah.
Okay.
Michael has quite a bit of it, so we need to make sure somebody remind me to bring the spirit box so I don't have to have Kate bring it up later like she did last year.
It wasn't that bad. I mean,
right.
I felt like I was doing something important. So.
No, you did. I appreciate it.
But yes, I would like a list of what we need so that we make sure, because Michael and I are coming separate. So that way, if there is anything left behind, I'll grab it.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Good deal. Well, that's it for tonight's show, Crypto Heads. Thank you so much for being a part of it. It was a good show. It was an interesting show. Yeah. It felt good. It was like therapy tonight. And thank you for sharing that time with us. Thank you for letting us vent to you. Thank you for venting to us. And we all just shared some good old us time.
Yeah.
So, it was fun. We'll have to do this again and I have to make it a habit. I always like doing just the shows with just us. And I think sometimes I feel like the viewers respond positively to that too. So we'll keep doing it. And you guys have a good weekend. Hopefully we'll see most of you at MadCon Saturday from 10 to 5 p.m. And then, well, I'd say the Ghost Hunt's after, but it's sold out. So if you're not already a ticket holder, have fun. Or I'll meet you at the bar afterwards, whatever you want to do. But we will spook you later, crypto heads. And as the whole show has been said, don't be an asshole.
Don't be an asshole.
We love you guys, and we will see you later. Have a good weekend.
Bye.
Bye.